Man, what a game last night. Go Leafs go, man.
Dude, I know, totally. Go Leafs go, and Panthers.
What was that last part? I didn't catch that.
Oh, nothing. All I said was go Leafs go, and Panthers.
Sounds like you're saying go Leafs go and Panthers.
What? Why would I be cheering for the team that's 1 point behind the Canadiens? I put a Jay Bouwmeester jersey on your credit card.
Leafs beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-2 in Florida. We gift wrapped that one for you. Florida lost last night, so they stay 1 point behind the Canadiens. And even though Florida's been kind of cold, Montreal has been freezing. Leafs jump out to an early 2-0 lead after the first period. One of the goals by Nikolai Kulemin, who's a proud daddy now. He's the proud father of Alexei Kulemin, and one question remains.
Where will he go in the 2027 draft?
And Mikhail Grabovski scored what ought to be in the top 10 reel at the end of the season for ugliest goals. Went right through Halak, but hey, they all count. If we're going to go in chronological order, right now we're at the first intermission, so what does that mean? Coach's Corner. And I think when Don Cherry was talking about Alexander Ovechkin's 50th goal celebration, he really showed that, you know what, he does know what he's talking about. I still don't really agree with him. I kind of do, but, I mean, he made some good points. And really, I think a lot of people were disappointed because he didn't just go all off on Alexander Ovechkin. And he did say, oh, you know, you're the best player in the world and you're above that and blah, 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 which was classy of him and frankly true. But in a way, if the CBC saw a rating spike from that Coach's Corner, I think it kind of proves a point. Because what a lot of people were arguing was Alexander Ovechkin, skilled player, scores crazy goals, crazy celebrations, it gets people to watch the game. Likewise, when people think Don Cherry is going to go off on someone, they tune in. I mean, those who like Alexander Ovechkin as a player really like Ovechkin as a player, and those who didn't like what he did kind of want to beat him up. Likewise, over half of my Quebecois friends hate Don Cherry for some of the things he said in the past. And in that sense, they're kind of similar people. They're brought into their profession because they have skill, but they also bring flash to it. Some people like it, some people think it's a sideshow act, but whatever, you're watching and that's all that matters. And while I dislike Sean Avery, that's why no one interviews him anymore. It's not as fun. And I've received a lot of comments of people saying, oh, Ovechkin should get beat up or he should have to fight to defend himself. I mean, what happens if Ovechkin gets into a fight and breaks his hand and is out for a month? Then the most exciting player in hockey isn't playing games and isn't on TV for a month. That sounds great. But what do we do about it? Well, next time he's shorthanded on a 1-on-3, stop him. Hopefully you see my point. I certainly see yours. Some people don't like Ovechkin, some people do. Some people don't like Don Cherry, some people do. Heck, even a lowly internet blogger, some people like me and some people really don't. But anyway, I do believe they played 2 more periods. The Ponikarovsky, Grabovski, Kulemin line finished the night with 11 points. And I think to many people's surprise, Ponikarovsky has been on fire since Antropov's left. And go figure, Antropov's been doing great in New York. And if we're going to talk about action that's happened after the trade deadline, I was right about John Mitchell, guys. In LFR 64 of this year, you can look it up, I said that John Mitchell would get a lot more ice time. And then again, I mean, anyone really could have called that because the Leafs traded away 2 centers. But not counting last night, John Mitchell has been averaging 19 minutes and 54 seconds of ice time per game since the trade deadline. In the 8 games prior to the trade deadline, not including the game where he only played 2 minutes because of injury, he only played 14 minutes and 5 seconds of ice time a game. And this is actually kind of why I want Caberlet to just sit the rest of the season out, because even though John Mitchell's a forward, I mean, give some of the younger defenders a chance to get this ice time. There's new reports saying Caberlet is going to be out for an extra week, and it's like, dude, there's 9 games left in the season. I think you can sit this one out. And last for this game, my condolences go out to Walt Podubny's family. He was a former NHLer, former Leaf as a matter of fact, and he collapsed and died this weekend at the age of just 49. That's all the time for this game, guys. Leave your text comments, video responses for this game. I'll be at Ricoh Coliseum today for the Marlies. Hopefully see you there. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you next time.